All right, everyone. We start off today, of course, talking about the Iowa caucus. That is today. I will be live streaming at a different hour today. I'll be going live during the caucus results as they start to fill in. The caucus begins at 7. Results are expected starting around 8, and so I'm going to go live probably a bit before 8. And depending on how long it takes to count the results, usually they get them in pretty quickly. It could be as little as like 45 minutes before a candidate is effectively called. You start getting the smaller precincts first. Those will, I think, actually lean more towards DeSantis than anything. He'll be ahead of the count until the larger towns and cities come in. That's more Trump and Haley territory. And so I'll be going live, and my expectations are as follows, of course. If you didn't see my video the other day, these are my expectations. I expect Trump to win. I expect him to win by double digits. I expect him to be riding somewhere around the mid to upper 40s. I think he comes in a little bit below the margin within polling. The latest poll had him at 49, 28 points ahead in the field. Other people struggle to crack 20, and that's Haley in second. I expect DeSantis to come in second, though. I think that he does genuinely have the superior ground game against Nikki Haley, and this is effectively a race for second anyway. It's almost a foregone conclusion that Trump is going to win. I hear people with their bravado saying, well, the press keeps telling us that Trump is a shoo-in, but we don't really believe it. Well, again, I never trust a single poll, but when I have a good aggregate, and I do, that shows Trump consistently leading by about 30 points within the field, it would be impossible, in my mind, for any other candidate to make up that deficit, like some hidden DeSantis vote or some hidden Haley vote. And what I've pointed out is that DeSantis and Haley sort of have been grappling with each other so much that they're basically just sort of, oscillating back and forth who's in second and who's in third, and not really gaining on Trump at all. Haley has enjoyed more support lately, but this is more evident in New Hampshire than in Iowa. So I expect DeSantis to come in second, narrowly edging out Nikki Haley. It'll probably be by 2 or 3 points because of his admittedly superior ground game. He has more pledged caucus goers. He has more staff and funding available there because he focused mostly on Iowa as opposed to Haley, who is, basically all in on New Hampshire. Having little to show for it, by the way, I expect Trump to win New Hampshire as well. I'm hoping that DeSantis gets second place as well, because while I'm Team Trump, Ron DeSantis has some aspects of his personality, etc., that I admire. Loved the Martha's Vineyard thing. I liked it when he went after Disney, and Trump, actually, I called him out as being wrong on that one. In the end, DeSantis was correct. He prevailed over Disney, if not in the legal field, at least in forcing them to back down on the DEI wokeness thing, at least unofficially. So he's got positive aspects to him. He's been a decent governor. HB 269 aside, there are selling points there. I can't find any for Nikki Haley. I can't find one opinion that she has that I'm actually on board with. There's nothing. Literally nothing. Neocon Nikki. I hope that she takes third. In fact, I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love it if she came in fourth. Last minute surge for Ramaswamy. Be perfectly fine by me, of course, after Trump taking him down a peg the other day. I don't know that that's likely. So I expect Trump to win. I expect DeSantis, and this is not a hugely certain prediction. This is like a 60-40 sort of thing for me. So if I get this wrong, trust me, I'm not all in on who takes second, but I think that Ron DeSantis can clinch it against Nikki Haley. If we look, by the way, at the weather, it's supposed to be utterly frigid today in Iowa. It's going to be below 0. Some people are saying, well, this may decline turnout. I don't know about that. Iowans are fairly used to winter weather getting fairly severe. It's number one. Number two, if turnout does decline, it actually helps Trump. Because repeatedly in polling, when you ask people that are going to be voting in Iowa who they're voting for, and then you say, are you highly enthusiastic and or are you certain that you will back this candidate? There's no possibility of you switching to someone else. Trump comes in, again, double digits ahead. Any decline in turnout, based on the enthusiasm that you see there, hurts, I think, Nikki Haley the most. Which would be good, actually. Yeah, I hope that Nikki Haley supporters do decide, well, it's just a little bit too snowy and cold outside. I think that I'll just watch the results on CNN. Now, when I do my live stream, and Super Chats will be open, it'll be YouTube and Rumble as usual. I'll also live stream on Twitter. So, you know, if you mainly follow me there, as apparently quite a few people do, I've got over 150,000 people following me on Twitter at this point. It's actually hilarious because I was held back for so long by the prior regime. Thank you, Elon Musk, for making things a bit more fair. I'll be live streaming on all three of those platforms, as usual, with my live streams. But I won't do my main live stream today midday. And I think I'm going to keep generally, by the way, with that time slot for the live streams, just a quick update for people. I'll talk about it more tomorrow on Tuesday, because it seems like the audience size is about the same anyway. The income is about the same anyway, whether I do a morning show, an evening show, or a midday show. If I do a midday show, I can edit beforehand, just sort of calm down, and a bit afterwards. It allows me to do my normal morning video slew, so the 5 videos that I make every day, and get things sort of capped off, like, you know, my editing speed peters out around 2 o'clock or thereabouts, because I start early in the morning. I effectively work 7 hours a day, 7 days a week. I actually work more than 40-hour weeks, all told, especially when you count the news compilation, which on a slow day can be very, very tedious indeed. Not complaining, I love my work, because I like reading the current events and editing and doing all these things anyway, but yeah, if I can cap it off at midday and make the same amount of money in a rather non-competitive time slot, so there's not a lot else going on at that time of day, there's no reason not to. So yes, Iowa goes today. If you support Trump, please do go out and cast your vote. Don't stay home just because it's cold out. Everyone else has to deal with it too. You're an Iowan. You're used to the goddamn cold, almost as much as a Vermonter is. You may have seen my snowy frolicking video the other day. People seem to be split on whether that's evidence that I'm insane or evidence that I'm having a good time. It's the latter, but, you know, I'm a little bit crazy. I'm a Vermonter. Well, I was born in New Hampshire. What the fuck can I say? But, yes, Iowans, please go and caucus for Trump. You just write his name on a piece of paper. That's basically it. Donald Trump. And get those votes in, because we all know there will be shenanigans. The Uniparty clearly doesn't like the dude. They're clearly trying to get Haley astroturfed in there. So we need to take her down a peg. Also, DeSantis fans, go ahead, yeah, go out and vote for your guy. It's the Haley fans that I don't want to show up. I'm hoping that they're softer, weaker, they're less able to deal with the cold, and they're like, well, you know, I've got 2 coats on and I'm still kind of chilly. I have to wait in line for 10 minutes. No, I'm just going to enjoy some hot cocoa. Well, I hope you do. Just watch the results on the internet. Watch my live stream instead. Haley fans, you can, you know, shit talk me on my live stream instead of actually going to vote, and it would make me a very happy man. It's fairly evident who I'm supporting in this particular race. There's many reasons for that. That's about all. Peace out.